All right. Hey, Curtis, thanks for coming on in today. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Kyle. Thanks. How are you?
Oh, doing good. The kiddos are a little sick, but they're getting better. So hopefully we got them on some meds and they'll be all right. But tell me about yourself, man. Family guy or?
Yep, absolutely. I've got a family. I've got a wife and 3 kids.
Cool.
We actually have been living in our apartment here for the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
And we've just been waiting to get out and go buy a house.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you hooked up with us. How did you hear about us again?
Thanks, me too. I actually found you guys on the internet, read your Facebook reviews.
Cool.
Just excited to meet you. I couldn't find much more about you. I couldn't find your website or anything, but.
Gotcha. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you have you bought a home before? Is this your first time?
Well, I've owned a home in the past. I'm a veteran and just retired here a while ago, and we just moved to San Antonio. And just haven't bought a home in a really long time, and really haven't bought one in San Antonio.
Awesome. Well, we definitely look forward to working with you, helping you get to those goals, and making that happen.
Thanks.
Let me ask you. I guess how long have you actually, put it in your mind that you were going to be looking to buy a home, or have you already started doing some research on your own?
I have actually. I've started doing research. I've been thinking about it for about 6 months. Our lease is up. What are we? November. My lease is up in February, I believe, the end of February.
All right.
And we've just been saving money for a while, and I just don't really know much more about the process than that, though.
Yeah. Absolutely. Very cool. So you said you saved up some money. How much money have you saved up?
Yeah, we've probably got about 12,000, I'd say, available right now. And then in the next couple of months, if I need to save up a little more, we could.
Okay, perfect. And have you already taken the step to go get pre-approved or talk to a lender yet?
No.
Okay, you haven't. All right. Well, cool. Well, that's what I'm here for, is to, kind of point you down the right path to, get you going, to inform you, to educate you, to help you, feel like you are, headed in the right direction. And so today, that's what this meeting is about, is really just going over the process, how we work, and how we help you get into that home that you want to be in by February. So
Awesome.
does that sound good to you?
Fantastic.
Awesome,
Thanks.
man. So it'll just take about 30 minutes, and, we'll go over a lot of the different things. And we'll, at this point, we can either go on a tour here a little bit later. I know you'd mentioned you have some time after this meeting, and we'll go see a few homes if you're up for that.
All right, sounds good.
All right, perfect. Well, first off, I wanted to go over just a couple more things on the financing end of things, just so we can kind of know where we're going to get started as far as looking for a home for you. You had mentioned you have right around $10,000-$12,000 to put down on the home. Let me ask you, do you have like a monthly payment in mind that you're looking to be around?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, what are y'all paying in rent right now?
We're
curious.
about $1,600.
$1,600. Is that comfortable for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, let me do this. I have a mortgage calculator here. Is it okay if I just plug in some numbers just so I can kind of tell you like what's sales price of a home that we're looking
Absolutely, sure.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, Curtis, based off the mortgage calculator, it shows that if we stay right around $220,000, that's going to be enough to where you can have your $10,000 to $12,000 to put down on the home, and then also keep your payments right at that $1,600 mark. Does that sound pretty good for you?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So that's going to be what we're going to target then for our price and all that kind of stuff. And of course, we're still going to want to get you in touch with our lender just to make sure that you're approved for that amount. But for right now, when we're setting up our searches and stuff like that, that's what we're going to go off of.
Okay.
Now, as far as inside the home, tell me a little bit about what your needs are and your wants are for an actual home.
I need 4-bedroom, 3-bath, game room. I'm open to 2-story or single-story. Open floor plan. I need a good size yard, probably 0.17 acres and larger. And needs to be built in the last 10 years or so, nothing older than that. Okay,
tell me about that. You say you want it to be a newer home. What about a newer home intrigues you?
Yeah, I like kind of a modern feeling floor plan. I like the way homes have been built nowadays. My brother just bought a home, my dad bought a house, and so I just kind of like the feel of a newer home. Okay. Not because I need it remodeled or fancy or anything. I just don't want to think about taking care of a home that's old.
Okay, cool. No, great. Well, I think definitely in our price range we're going to be able to accomplish that. Okay. Do you have a specific side of town though that you want to be on?
Yeah, absolutely. I really want to be in on the 281 corridor right here. I don't know exactly where. My kids in school, I don't know, I guess. Maybe I'm not quite sure. I got to pick where I want to be.
So as far as locations then, I guess where we usually start is I'll ask, do you have, where are you going to be working here in town?
Okay. I'm in sales, so I drive all over. Okay. My home base is 281 and 1604 area. Okay.
So you're right around that area. And then you said schools might be important. So is there a particular school district, or are you even kind of questioning?
Yeah, I'm kind of open. I don't really know. Our son's in an elementary school. He's happy. I've got an older kid who's already in college, so
you're
just kind of open. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, then, where we usually do when we don't have somebody that's exactly set on a particular area, is we will keep the search a little bit more generalized for right now.
That's fair.
And just drive around a few different places, just so that way you'll get the right feeling once we're there.
Sure.
Typically.
Sure.
But we'll keep in mind again that where your work is and good elementary schools and all that kind of stuff while we're looking. So does that sound like a good plan for you?
Yep. Awesome.
All right. Perfect. Well, Curtis, I guess now it sounds like we have kind of a good baseline to be able to start a property search for you. To we can start looking at some homes. Is it okay if I actually pull up some of these homes right now with you?
Yeah, please do that. I like that one and that one and that one.
All right, perfect. So you see there's 12 homes that kind of match your criteria.
Sure.
These three here seem to be the ones that you're most interested in. Would it be fair to set up a tour on those homes today, and right after this meeting we can take a look at those?
Yeah, absolutely, please. I really want to get into a house. Like I said, February. Yeah. I'm actually kind of panicking. I think it's too short.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is we got basically 3 months, and so I mean, it takes us right around probably a month on average to go and actually find you a home, and then it takes about another month to close on it. Okay, so we're still doing okay. I don't want you to be in panic mode or anything like that yet.
Okay.
We're really good at what we do. We've worked with a lot of buyers, in similar situations to yours, and we're always able to, find something that fits what they're looking for in the time that they need. So, so anyways, let me go ahead and set these showings up.
Sure.
I'll go ahead and just put these in, so that way here when we finish up, we'll head out and go see these.
Perfect.
All right, cool. Well, hey, Curtis, before we head out, one of the last things that we do here is I just want to go over this buyer's representation agreement. And just kind of show you what it means to us right here. So Curtis, this is our buyer's representation agreement.
Perfect.
It basically just has your information, has our information here as your broker.
Okay.
What you're going to see here is that there is a 6-month agreement here. Now keep in mind, Curtis, that this is a easy exit buyer agreement, which basically means that for any reason, if you're just not happy with our services, if we can't find you what you're looking for, you can cancel this agreement at any point in time. Just give us any kind of notice, written, verbal. What it boils down to, Curtis, is if you're not happy with us, we're not going to lock you into something that says you have to work with us. We give this guarantee to basically every single person that we work with, and we don't have anybody take us up on it. That's why we're able to give that to you. We work with people; they love our service. We have a fantastic team, and I feel like you're gonna see that as well yourself and be very happy. So, so anyways, that's how we do our term. What it basically says here is that our representations to you is that we are a real estate agent here in Texas, and we are going to represent your best interests. Basically, we're going to take your best interests at our heart, and make sure that if you give us any kind of confidential information, if you kind of tell us what you need, we're not going to share that with anybody else. We're not going to get you in a situation where, because we know what you're looking for, where we help somebody else out, or their interest above your own.
Question: do I have to buy your house when I sign this contract? Is that what we're doing?
Not at all. No. See, I mean, it doesn't matter. We have listings, Curtis, but at the same time, we're going to show you listings of everybody's. Whether it's a builder listing, new builds, whether it's resale homes for sale by owners. Doesn't matter. You basically, your interests are above even our own, and so when we're out there looking at properties, if you see something out there that maybe we didn't pull up, hey, let us know. We're happy to show it to you, no matter what it means. And just so you know, you mentioned a little bit earlier about the pricing, and if you have to pay us. One of the next things that it also talks about in here is that you do not owe us a fee. We get our fee from the seller. So in no circumstance will we ever come back to you and say, okay, well, you owe us money for these services or anything like that.
Got it.
And where I was going with that is right here where it talks about broker's fees. You see here it talks about commission, and it actually says right down here that we receive our fee from the seller. It's earned and payable. We only make our money when we close on the property. And so, of course, if we don't find you a home, of course, we don't get paid. So we're incentivized to help you try and find that property by February.
Makes sense.
All right. Basically, the last thing here, limitation of liability, I go over that just because it says you can't, hold us responsible for any kind of, harm or anything that might happen inside of a property. I know you have a little one, Curtis, so we do always ask that you kind of keep them around you, make sure that they're not wandering off, getting hurt, or anything like that.
Sure.
Also, just so you know, we do have to abide by fair housing laws, Curtis. So What that means is, we can't steer you in a certain direction with regards to any kind of the protected classes. So, race, ethnicity, sex, anything like that. If you asked us like what types of people live in a certain neighborhood, we can't answer those types of questions for you, Curtis.
Okay.
So it'd be up to you, especially even things like crime. What we'll do, Curtis, is we'll always be the source of the source. So if you ask us a question that we just can't answer, we'll say, hey Curtis, we can't answer that question for you. But if you want to go here, you could probably find out some more information on your own about it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Is that fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's basically it, Curtis. This, like I say, by signing this agreement with us, this basically just says that you're agreeing to work with us solely. You're not going to be out there, also talking to other agents.
Okay.
And we're also representing you solely. So, this is kind of that next step for you to make sure that at any given time, we might be working with, 100 different people, but we might only have 5 clients of ours that we're, actively working, going out there. So this just shows to us that you're serious. We're going to put in a lot more time and effort to make sure that what you're wanting to happen exists. And so, like I say, if you're ready to take that step, we're ready to take that step with you. Are you?
I've got a couple questions.
Yeah.
So what if I find the house on my own? Do I still need to sign this?
Yes. So basically, if you find the house on your own, you're probably still going to need representation, I assume, right? Like you wouldn't know how to do a contract or anything like that.
Well, I've been trying. I've been calling around, but I can't really get anything figured out. So yeah, I guess I do need some help.
Yeah, to do a contract, or even just things like how many days are in an option period, or how to set up an inspection. What is an appraisal?
So you guys help me write the contract and make the offer and all that kind of stuff.
And in this day and age, Curtis, a lot of the homes are on the internet anyways right now. So so it's not uncommon for a buyer to actually find a home that they might be interested in, but at the same time, it's really hard for them to get into those properties, to get access to it.
Got it.
At their time frame, their schedule. So that's the thing with us. We're on a team here, so we're basically going to be very flexible to accommodate your schedule. My only job is to work with clients that are under a representation agreement to go out there and show them homes and negotiate on properties.
Okay.
I'm not doing the paperwork. I have, a transaction manager who handles that side of it.
Okay.
I'm also not the one that's taking those, incoming prospecting calls. I'm literally here to just be in front of you and to work on your schedule. And so, I'm really going to be there for you if you find a property and you want to go see it, even if it's not something that I suggested to you. I'm here to do that, and that's what you need me for.
Okay.
So
I've got 2 more questions here then I guess about this thing. Now, what if I just can't find a house, right, and I have to renew my lease or something? Do I have any penalty because I signed this and I didn't buy a house from you? Or?
No, not at all. So just because you sign this doesn't mean that you have to be put into a home, right?
Okay.
Like that. You're not going to owe us any commissions or anything like that.
It just means you can help me.
Exactly. It just gives us the opportunity to help you.
Okay. And then my last question, like I said, I haven't bought a house in Texas, but my dad was telling me in Texas you don't usually sign a contract until you actually buy a house. So why do I sign this again, or do I have to? Like, can I just think about it and you guys can we'll go see some houses still and I can come back to you? Or
yeah, well, and so here's the thing is per our brokerage, and the majority of brokers in Texas work this way. They want you to sign a buyer's representation agreement because it's actually for your protection.
Okay.
For instance, if you aren't to sign a exclusive buyer representation agreement with us, Curtis, there's certain responsibilities and fiduciary duties that we don't owe to anybody who's not signed up with us at that point. And so, it's for your protection actually that you're going to sign this, and basically we're going to represent you exclusively.
Okay.
And like I said, Curtis, at the end of the day, if we can't accomplish your goals, or if you're just not helping, or not just, happy with our services, you can cancel it and just let us know.
Okay.
But I don't think that's going to be.
So you basically, you can't write an offer for me, or you can't give me confidential information like sales prices. Correct. You can't really give me a lot of info if I'm not your client.
Exactly.
If I'm just a customer that we know each other, you might show me something or talk to me about something, but you can't really work with me.
Exactly. There's a lot more information, a lot more duties that I can do for you when you're an actual client.
So everybody who's a client signs one of these?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Well, I like your team. I like your Facebook, so cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.